So this is General Mathematics Quarter 1 Module 10, solving real life problems involving rational functions, equations, and inequalities. But before we are to proceed, kindly like and share and subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's proceed. So what I know, choose the letter of the best answer, write the chosen letter on the separate sheet of paper. So number 1, Mayor Rodriguez received 5,000 sacks of rice to be distributed among the families in his municipality during the lockdown. If the municipality has X families, write the function which represents the relationships of the allotted sack of rice per family. So we'll be using the Y variable versus the total number of families. So our answer is Y is equal to 5,000 divided by X. Okay, now number 2. To beat the heat of summer, Mang Berto built a rectangular swimming pool that has a perimeter of 200 meters. Write the function which represents the width y of the swimming pool as a function of the length x. So we all know that the perimeter of a rectangle is equal to twice the sum of length and width. So if we are to find out the width, we will divide first by 2. Divide first by 2 here, so that's p over 2 equals length plus width. Then transpose length to the left side, that is equal to perimeter divided by 2 minus length. So width is equal to perimeter over 2 minus length. Okay, now since we are asked to replace the width by y, or express the width y as a function of the length, which is x, so y of x is equal to 200 divided by 2 minus x. So our answer is y of x equals 100 minus x. Okay, next. If it takes Brad 2 hours to mow his rice field, it takes Chris 3 hours to mow the same rice field. At the same space, how long will it take them to mow the rice field if they do the job all together? So they are together. Now, to solve this one, we will be having the part of the job done by Brad plus the part of the job done by Chris. So this would be the part of the job done by Brad is 1/2 and the part of the job done by Chris is 1/3. Now, is equal to the part of the job finished on a certain day or on a certain hours. Okay, now we will be finding out the least common denominator of 2, 3, and x, and obviously it's 6x. So we will multiply the left and the right side by 6x. Okay, so 6 divided by 2, that's 3. 3x times 1, that's 3x. 6 divided by 3, that's 2. That's 2x times 1, that's positive 2x. Then 6x divided by x, it is 6. So times 1, that is 6. So we have 3x plus 2x equal to 6, then 5x equal to 6, then x is equal to 6 over 5, or 1 and 1/2 hours. Okay, number 4. Anne and Maria play tennis almost every weekend. So far, Anne has won 12 out of 20 matches. How many matches will Anne have to win in a row to improve her winning percentage to 75%? Okay, so the equation is 12 plus x. Okay, the matches to be won. 12 plus x over 20 plus x equals 0.75, or it is 3/4. Now we could cross product, perform the cross product. 4 times 12 plus x, that's 4 times 12 plus x, then 3 times 20 plus x. So this one, so we have 4 times 12, that's 48, 4 times x, that's 4x, 3 times 20, that's 60, then 3 times x, that's 3x. Now we could isolate x on the left side, transpose 3x to the left side, that becomes negative 3x, and transpose also 48 to the right side, that becomes negative 48. So therefore this is x, 4x minus 3x, that's x is equal to 60 minus 48, it's 12, and it's letter B. Number 5. In a basket, there are 12 apples and 32 oranges. A buyer requires having a basket of apples and oranges with a ratio greater than or equal to 3:4, respectively. How many apples must be added to the basket to satisfy the buyer's request? So, if we are to ratio 12 apples and 32 oranges, it is not equal to 3/4. Now, because the customer is always right, we will attend always the request of the customer. Therefore, we will do what they wanted us to do. So we have here the ratio of required by the customer is 3/4 is equal to x. This is x apples is to 32 oranges. Now, we have here for x, okay, you are to multiply 4 times x, that's 4x, 3 times 32, that's 96. So, divided by 4, so x is equal to 24. Now, we need to have 24 apples, but we had already 12. So, what is lacking to 12 to get 24 is we need to have 12 apples. So, needed. So, number 6, Mario has given 3 hours to practice driving his motorcycle. He plans to travel 100 kilometers at an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. He wants to maximize his time in driving his motorcycle. How many kilometers more does he need to travel to spend at most 3 hours? Okay, here is the solution. So, remaining distance is equal to speed times remaining time. Okay, so we all know that this remaining distance is equal to the speed of Mario is 40 kilometers. And times 3, at most 3 hours. It's given 3 hours, so 3. So the remaining time would be, we could get the remaining time by subtracting 3 hours minus the time he is going to travel the 100 kilometers. So that's 100 over 40. So the distance over speed. Okay. Now this would be distance is equal to 40 times quantity 3 minus this is 5 over 2. So 5 over 2. Now we have here distance is equal to, that's 40 times 3, that's 120, and 40 divided by 2, that's 20, minus times 5, that's 5, that's 100. So therefore distance is equal to 20 kilometers. Okay, 20 kilometers. Letter, okay, 20 kilometers. Less than or equal to 20 kilometers. It's letter A. Less than or equal to 20 kilometers. Number 7, Jesse works as a salesman. He earns a daily wage of 250 pesos and an addition of 10 pesos for every 3 pieces of cell phone sold. If X represents the number of cell phones sold, write the function for his daily earning as earning Y as a function of the number of cell phones sold X. So, this is how you are going to get. So, Y is the daily earning is equal to each daily wage is 250 plus commission or additional 10 times the number of cell phone divided by 3 because every 3 cell phone he got 10 pesos. So, this is the answer. And this is letter B. Letter B is the answer. Okay, using the problem in number 7, if Jesse sold 48 cell phones in a day, how much money did he earn for that day? So all you have to do is to substitute X by 48 here. So 48 divided by 3, pay 250 plus this one, 480 divided by 3, that's 410 in all. So he had he earned 410 pesos in a day. Next, number 9. Melissa walks 3 miles to the house of a friend and returns home on a bike. She averages 4 miles per hour faster than cycling than when walking, and the total time for both trips is 2 hours. Find her walking speed. Okay. Now we have here the solution. The walking speed is equal to x miles per hour. We do not know. Biking speed is equal to x plus 4 because more than 4 miles per hour, x plus 4. So our distance is 3 miles and total time is 2 hours. So we are finding the x or the walking speed. So we all know that the time is equal to distance over speed. So we have here time walking plus time biking equals 2 hours in all. So since time is equal to distance over speed, so the distance is 3 miles divided by speed, x, walking speed is x, plus 3 miles over uh, biking speed. Biking speed x plus 4 equals 2. Now, find the least common denominator. It's actually x times quantity x plus 4. So you will multiply the left and the right by quantity x plus 4 times x. So this would be x divided by x, that's x. So this would be x plus 4 times 3, that is 3x. 3 times x, 3x. Then 3 times 4 is positive 12. Okay, plus, here plus. So here you cancel out x plus 4, x plus 4 cancel. So x will be the remaining. So x times 3, that's 3x, is equal to, here, if you are to multiply 2 to x, 2 to x times quantity x plus 4, that is 2x squared plus 4x. Okay, now, we have here transpose, no, we have here 3x, they are similar terms. So we could transpose the similar terms onto the right side. So this is 3x plus 3x, that's 6x. So we could transpose 6x to the right side, and it becomes negative 6x. Then we could transpose positive 12 to the right side, that becomes negative 12 is equal to 0. Now we have here 2x squared minus 2x minus 12 is equal to 0. Or we divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, that's x squared minus x minus 6. Here is it. Now, we will be factoring out this one. So, the technique is on the constant part, which is negative 6. Negative 6, the factor is negative 3 and positive 2. 2 times negative 3, that's negative 6. And if we combine their factors, is actually equal to negative 1. So, the factor of this one is x. We'll use this one, x minus 3, and positive 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So, equate x minus 3 is equal to 0, and x plus 2 is equal to 0. So, x minus 3 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 3 miles per hour, and x plus 2 equals 0, so x equals negative 2 miles per hour. So, we will be rejecting this one because there's no negative for speed. So, therefore, our answer is 3 miles per hour. Here is miles per hour. So, number 10 is on the next slide. Okay, number 10, you have 10 liters of juice blend that is 60% juice. How many liters of pure juice needs to be added to make a blend that is 75% juice? So, this is a mixture problem. So, this is how you are going to solve. So, 10 liters times 60% juice plus, we do not know how many liters to be added, and it should be pure juice. So therefore, we will be using 100% is equal to, you will add this one 10 plus x, that's 10 plus x, and the total would be 75% juice. Okay, now this 10 times 0.6, 60% is 0.6 plus x is equal to 10 plus x, this 75 is 0.75. You multiply 10 times 0.6, that's 6 plus x is equal to 7.5. 7.75 times 10 is 7.5 plus 0.75x. Okay, you are to transpose this 0.75x to the left side and positive 6 to the right side. That becomes negative 6. This positive 0.75x becomes negative. So therefore, x minus 0.75x, that's 0.25x equal to 7.5 minus 6, that's 1.5. You divide this one 0.25 divided by 0.25, the answer is 6 liters. Okay, number 11. If the sum of number x and 3 is divided by 5, the result is greater than 2. How will you write it in mathematical symbol? The sum of a number and 3 divided by 5 is greater than 2. So this is 1. Now, solve. Okay. So, solve, we could directly perform the cross product, the 5 times 2, that's 10. 10. So x plus 3 is greater than 10. So x is greater than, transpose, it becomes 10 minus 3, that's 7. So x is greater than 7. It's letter B. Okay, number 12. During a pandemic, Barangay Captain Jerry was given 1 million pesos to support 500 households in his barangay. He plans to give at least 3,000 pesos for every household. How much money does he need to solicit to realize his plan? Okay, now we have here 3,000 times 500. So 3,000 times 500 families, he need to have 1,500,000. Now, since he got only 1 million, so 1,500,000 minus 1,500,000 minus 1 million equals 500,000. So he need to have 500,000 more. So at least, this should be at least 500,000. Number 13, coronavirus infection is spreading fast worldwide. The number of people infected by the virus each day is given by the function P of x equals 100 times x over x plus 3, where x ranges from 0 to 10, where x is the number of days and P of x is number of people infected in thousands. How many people are infected on the first day? Now, we'll be using 1 because this is first day. So we'll be using the function P of x equals 100 times x over x plus 3. Our x is 1. So substitute x by 1. Here is it. So that's 100. That's 1 plus 3. That's 4. So, okay. So, that's 25. So 100 divided by 4, that's 25. Because this is in 1,000 times 1,000. So there are 25,000 infected in a day. Okay, number 14. Sir Paco is thrice as old as his son, JV. 10 years from now, the ratio of their ages will be 2:1 respectively. How old is JV? Now, who has been talked about in the problem are the two, father and son. It's Paco and JV. And describe Paco. Paco is thrice as old as his son. So when we say thrice, that's 3x, and automatically JV, his son will be x. So this is their age now. But after 10 years, so we will add 10 to 3x, that's 3x plus 10. And we will add also JV 10, 10 years, or 3 years from now. Okay, now 10 years from now, their age will be in the ratio of 2:1. So therefore, 3x plus 10 over x plus 10 is equal to 2 over 1. Okay, cross product, that's 1 times 3x plus 10, that's 3x plus 10. 2 times x plus 10, that's 2x plus 20. Okay, isolate x on the left side, transpose, that becomes negative 2x. And 10, positive 10, transpose to the right side, that becomes negative 10. So 3x minus 2x, that's x. So 20 minus 10, that's 10. Age of JV. So because our x is JV, so this is the age of JV now. Okay, number 15. As part of his exercise routine, Gerson runs 20 kilometers at an average speed of 3 kilometers per hour. If he decided to run at most 2 hours on a specific day, how many kilometers less does he need to run? Okay, 15. So the distance is equal to 20 kilometers, and the speed of Gerson is 3 kilometers per hour. So therefore, the formula of distance is equal to speed times time. So therefore, distance is equal to 3 times 2, that's 6. The speed is 3. The time is 2 hours, that's 6 kilometers only. But his routine is 20 kilometers. Now, 20 minus 6 equals to 14. So 14 less. He ran today 14 less than the other day. So less than at most 14 kilometers. Okay, now speed up. Okay, here is it. Read analysis. Marius rides his motorcycle and going to school. He drives at an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour. The distance between his house and school is 15 kilometers. Every time he sees his best friend Jessica walking on the road, he invites her to a ride and lowers his speed. On the other hand, he increases his speed when he wakes up late for school. Okay, letter A. How long does it take Mario to reach school considering his average speed? So time, we are asking about the time. So time is equal to distance over speed. So its distance is 15 divided by 3, that's 25 hours or 30 minutes. Letter B. If X represents the time it takes Mario to drive to school with the given distance of 15 kilometers, how will you represent the relationship of the speed versus the time? Okay, speed equals distance over time. So y of x is equal to 15 over x. Speed. This is the speed, and with respect to the time x, 15 over x. Okay, now let us see Mario's average speed as 30 kilometers per hour. Suppose Mario lowers his speed by 10 kilometers per hour. How long will he reach the school given the same distance? So the time is equal to distance over speed. So that's 30 minus 10 is equal to 20 is the speed. He lower his speed by 10. So 30 minus 10 equals 20. So this is the speed. Now, so time is equal to 15, the distance from school to, to his house, divided by the lower speed, which is 20. So 15 divided by 20, that's 0.75 hours, the time. Okay. Now, the third is, suppose Mario's speed is unknown and represented by x. He lower his speed by 10 kilometers per hour at a distance of 15 kilometers and reaches school at 3/4 hours. How will you write the equation to find his average speed? Okay, so Mario's speed is x, and when he lower it by 10, that's x minus 10. So average speed is equal to distance over time. So average speed or speed is equal to 15, the distance from his house to school is 15 over, when he lower his speed, that's x minus 10. Okay, letter E. Mario's average speed was 30 kilometers per hour. He plans to drive for another 30 kilometers from school. How long will it take him to cover the whole distance, house to school, to 30 kilometers from school? So additional 30 kilometers. So, okay, so speed is equal to 30 kilometers per hour. House to school, that's 15 kilometers. And school plus 30 kilometers, it should be 45 kilometers. Now, time is equal to distance over speed. So, therefore, time is equal to 45, the total distance he traveled, divided by the speed, 30. So, t is equal to 1.5 hours. Okay, it takes him to cover the 45 kilometers by 1.5 hours. Okay, letter F. If Mario drives another X kilometers from his school at an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour and he plans to drive in at most 2 hours, how will you write the inequality to find the additional distance? Now, additional distance is dependent on the remaining time multiplied by speed. So, in mathematical sentence, that's additional distance should be less than or equal to remaining time times the speed. And we will get the remaining time. So distance, additional distance is less than or equal to at most 2 hours, it's 2 minus the remaining time, 2 minus the time he spent from house to school. So it's distance from house to school divided by speed times the speed of Mario. So additional distance is less than or equal to 2. The distance from house to school is 15 divided by the speed, which is 30, times the 30 still, in which this is the speed for additional distance. Okay, so additional distance is equal to, so we have here 30 times 2, that's 60. Okay, 30 times 15 over 30. You could cancel out this one. So this would be 15. So 60 minus 15, then is 45. So additional distance is less than or equal to 45. Or, okay, we are asking to replace additional distance by x. So if Mario drives another x kilometers from his house, so therefore replace additional distance by x, transpose 45 to the left side, that becomes negative 45. So our inequality is x minus 45 is less than or equal to 0. Okay, next. Vincent is a farmer. He loves to plant vegetables. He found that the area of his rectangular garden is 200 square meters. Let x represent the width of his garden in meters. Express the length of the garden as a function of width x. So we are referring to area of rectangular area. So the area of the rectangle is equal to length times width. We will be finding out the length. So that's area equals 200 is equal to length times width. So length is equal to 200 divided by W, because if we divide this one by W, divided this one by W, so length is equal to 200 divided by W. And this is the formula for the length. Now, we are asked to express length as a function of the width x. So L of x is equal to 200 over x. So letter A, the formula in finding the area of the rectangle is area is equal to length times width. And B, given an area and a width of x, the formula in finding the length of a rectangle is length is equal to area divided by x. So let us say using the formula, we express the length of the garden L as a function of width x. So this is the answer, 200 over x. Now, triangular kite. Marco has triangular kite. The area of the kite is 320 square centimeters. Let x represent the height of the kite in centimeters. Express the base of the kite as a function of height x. So we'll be finding the base using the height x. So area of a triangle is equal to base times height divided by 2. We'll be finding the base. Okay, so that would be the area is 320. You will be having the cross product. 2 times 320, that's 640. Okay, 640. Now, after 640, okay, you multiply 2 times 320, that's 640. Then, divided by h, divide by h. So, therefore, 640 divided by h, or height. Now, we'll be expressing base as a function of the height x. So, our answer is b of x equals 640 over x. Okay, now, do it together. Rodalyn can do a job in 5 days, while Apple can do the same job in 3 days. How long will it take them to do the job if they work together? Okay, so part of the job made by Rodalyn in 1 day is 1/5, and part of the job made by Apple in 1 day is 1/3, and part of the job finished in a day is 1 over x. Okay, find the least common denominator of 5, 3, and x. It should be 15x. Okay, multiply 15x to the left and right side of the equation. So 15 divided by 5, that's 3 times x, 3x times 1, that's 3x. Okay, 15x divided by 3, 15 divided by 3, that's 5 times 1, that's 5 times x, that's 5x. It's equal to, so cancel x, that's 15 times 1, that's 15. So 3x plus 5x is 8x equal to 15. Divided by 8, divided by 8, so x is equal to 15 over 8, or 1.875 days if they work together. Complete the following to solve the problem. The part of the job accomplished by Rodalyn in the first day is 1/5. So the part of the job accomplished by Apple in the first day is 1/3. If x represents the time it will take them to do the job together, the part of the job accomplished on the first day of the working is 1 over x. Okay, so looking at the relationship, letter D, solving the rational equation, the value of x is 1.875 days. Working together, they can finish the job in how many days? So 1.75 days, it is 1 day equals 24 hours. Convert 0.85 days into hours. 875 days is equal to blank hours. So we will multiply this one by 24 hours. Conversion of 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Multiply this one by 24, the answer is 21 hours. So therefore, it is 1 day and 21 hours. Okay, independent assessment 2. Paint my wall. Alinisa can paint a room in 3 hours. Lubin can do it in 2 hours. Walter can do the painting job in 5 hours. If all of them work together, how long will it take them to paint the room? So you will be finding out first the part of the job they made in 1 hour. So in 1 hour, Annalisa can paint it 1/3. The part of the job made by Lubin in 1 hour is 1/2. And for Walter is 1/5 in 1 hour. Is equal to part of the job done in 1 hour is 1 over x. Solve, find the least common denominator. It is 30x. Multiply the left and the right by 30x. So that would be 30 divided by 3, that's 10x, times 1, that's 10x. 30 divided by 2, 30x divided by 2, that's 15, times x, 15x. 30x divided by 5, that's 6x. 6x. Then 30x divided by x, that's 30. Okay, add all of this is equal to 31x equal to 30. Now, find x divided by 31 divided by 31. So x is equal to 30 over 31 hours. Okay, practice activity 3. How many liters of pure alcohol must be added to 30 liters of 20% alcohol solution to make a 25% alcohol solution? So this is still a mixture problem. So 30 liters having 20% solution plus we do not know how many liters to be added, and it should be pure alcohol. So therefore it is 100%. So pure, that's 100%, is equal to, you will add this to 30 plus x, then it should be 25% as the result solution. So 30 times, this is 0.2, 30 times 0.2, that's 6, plus 100 times x, that's 100%, that's 1 times x, that's x, equals 0.25 times 30, that's 7.5, and 0.25 times x, that's 0.25x. Okay, now isolate x on the left side, transpose 0.25x to the left side, that will be x, transpose 0.25x, that's minus 0.25x, equals 7.5, transpose 6 to the right side, that's minus 6, so 0, okay, x minus 0.25, that's 0.75x, equals 1.5. Divided by 0.75 divided by 0.55, so we need to it needs to have 2 liters. Okay, next, independent assessment rate, salt solution. Joey has 40 liters of 10% salt solution. How much salt should be added to make it a 20% salt solution? So the same procedure, 40 times 10% salt solution, 40 times 10% plus x times 100% still is equal to, you will add 40 plus x times 20%. So this is 40 times 10%, that's 0.1, times 40, that's 0.4, plus this is 100% change to decimal, that's 1, times x, that's x, is equal to 20% times 40, so 0.2 times 40, that's 8, then 0.2 times x, that's 0.2x. Isolate x on the left side, so remain x, then transpose point x to the left side. Transpose the left side, that becomes negative 2x. Transpose 0.4 to the right side, that becomes negative 0.4. So we have here x minus 0.2x, that's 0.8x, equals 8 minus 0.4, that's 7.6, divided by 0.8, divided by 0.8, so x equals to 9.5 liters. Volume of a box with a square base has a volume of 27 cubic inches if x is the length of its edge and h is the height of the box. What are the possible measurement of each edge if the height should be longer than the edge? Now this question is the same as asking factored out 27 into 3 such that the square of two factors times the third equals 27. And the third factor is greater than the first and the second factor. Now, if we factored out 27 into 3, the only factor which satisfies on this question or in this problem is only 1 times 27. And 1 is our length, and 1 here is our width because we are referring to a square base, times 27. This is our height. So our height is greater than the length and the width, or the length and the width. So width is 1 inch, length is 1 inch, and height is 27 inches. Okay, now complete the following to solve the problem. The formula to find the volume of the box is, so this is the volume of the box. Actually, to find the volume of the box, this is equal to the area of the base times the height, and since it is a square base, so if our edge is x, so therefore volume is equal to x squared times height. Now the equation relating to find the value of h is, now from letter A, if we are to find h, we will just divide this one into x squared, divide by x squared, so cancel x squared, so h will be the remaining on the left, on the right side. So h is equal to volume over x squared, and since the volume is given, which is 27, so h equals 27 over x squared. Now the uh, one of the condition that the problem asks is the height should be greater than the length of the edge. So when we write it in an inequality symbol, so this is our height, 27 divided by x squared, is equal to, is greater than x. Is greater than x because x represents the edge. So the height is greater than the edge, which is x, transpose x to the left side, it becomes negative x. So this is our inequality. Growing bacteria. So suppose the amount of bacteria growing in a petri dish is represented by the function b of t is equal to 100 times t over t plus 2 for t is greater than 0 but less than 15. So between 0 and 15 is the t, the time, where t is in hours and b is in millions. How many bacteria will be after 10 hours? So 10 hours. So we'll be writing here the function b of t equals 100 times time over t plus 2. What is our value of the function when our t is 10, or how many bacteria present after 10 hours? So all you have to do is to substitute t by 10. So t by 10, that's 10 times 100. Then t by 10, 10 plus 2, that's 1000 divided by 12. The answer is b of 10 equals 83.33. And since this is in millions, so 83.33 million. Okay, what I have learned. So complete the following statement by writing the correct word or words and formulas. Okay, number one, is any function which can be defined by a rational fraction and algebraic fraction such that both the numerator and denominators are polynomials. We are referring to rational function. Number two, an inequality which contains a rational expression is rational inequality. An equation containing at least one fraction whose numerator and denominators are polynomials is called rational equation. The three formulas which show the relationship among distance, time, and speed are, so this is speed is equal to distance over time, then distance is equal to speed times time, and time is equal to distance over speed.